Success is not a solo effort. Whether you are in business, whether you are in leadership, whether you are leading teams, it's a collective effort in order to move forward and become successful. This is the 30. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. This is episode 214. Let's go. Well, hello there, gang. Welcome to the 30. So glad that you are here. Thank you for joining us on another episode. Episode 214. Can you imagine that? 214 episode. Tonight, we have a very special guest. I am so excited for this guest. We have talked about him coming on the 30 for months now, and finally he's here. But just to give you, if you are new to the 30 is a weekly live broadcast. It's a production of the Jackman Group LLC, where we focus primarily, as far as the Jackman Group, our focus is training and development, where we build leaders, enhance teams, and help organizations with their strategic planning. So glad that you are here. The 30, certainly the purpose of the 30 is to provide relevant and valuable information to all of our viewers and listeners. And the goal is to help you to enhance your personal, professional, and spiritual lives. So thank you for joining me on today. I am not going to waste any time. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about United We Strive, fostering collaboration and community among small business. So we're going to be looking at that. What does it mean in terms of community? In the last couple of weeks, you've heard me talk about the importance of community, why you should be part of a community, and some of the benefits of a community. So today we'll continue that, but we'll focus more from a business perspective, small business, collaboration, and community. Fostering collaboration and community among small businesses. So let's welcome in our guest. Tom, how are you? Welcome to the 30, sir.
I'm doing great, and thanks for having me on, Patrick. You are always an inspiration. You have so many insights. I know we talk. We got a little Friday group we talk at sometimes, and you always have some great insights. So I'm glad I'm actually able to come on your program finally. I know we've been talking about it for a while, but I'm glad to be here.
Well, it's certainly a pleasure. I'm excited to have you. Tell our viewers who Tom is and what does Tom do.
Well, I am the groundwater guy, and I'm a consulting hydrogeologist. I have been in business for myself off and on over the years, and had employees, and small company, and but since 2016, I've been just on my own, solopreneur, and so I deal mainly with water wells, but really not what we're going to talk about today, because that gets a little niche type of thing, but I am a small business and a solopreneur, and so I've gained a lot of experience over the years, and have come up with some interesting things at work. And I'm a little bit about like Thomas Edison. I found all the ways that don't work too, so every one of these gray hairs is a little bit of experience. So so really what I wanted to talk to today is really, how small businesses can be a little more competitive with the big businesses out there. We see so many people have the habit of Walmart, Amazon, Costco, but small business is really the backbone of this country, and how can small businesses compete? And so I'm really taking some of my time, from my water well consulting business, and trying to help develop some local business strategies to really compete out there in the market. So so that, I guess that's really what we're going to chat about today. So,
all right, Tom. So where exactly are you located, Tom?
I am in Middle Tennessee, kind of a little south of Murfreesboro. I'm about an hour south of Nashville, so maybe halfway between Nashville and Chattanooga. I am in a rural county called Coffee County, and we have a couple small cities here, but distinctly rural. And so so there are challenges being in a rural county as well. So we face all that. So yep, that's where I'm at. Middle Tennessee, we call it.
All right, good. So today, Tom, we're going to be talking specifically, as you said, how do we foster collaboration and community among small businesses? And I know, as you said, you are a small business, you're a solopreneur, which means if folks out there, solopreneur is simply someone that operates the business by themselves. Is that right, Tom?
That is exactly right. It's just me. except we're going to talk a little bit about strategies on how you act larger than you actually are.
Right, and this is perfect because as a solopreneur, in order for you to succeed, I'm guessing, but not guessing. It's a sense of collaboration, because you'll have to collaborate with others and build communities outside of yourself. So let's talk about that. What put you into become a solopreneur, and what are some of the things that are strategies that you have done as far as collaboration and building community?
Sure. And I started off, working for some larger companies out there. And then, but I've always had a knack bent for smaller businesses. So helped start some small businesses, went off on my own, built a small company. We got up to about 5 employees, and back in the early 2000s, kind of got up around doing about $2 million a year in business or so, which was, reasonably good for a small company like that. I ended up, selling out to another company that didn't work out so well, and they ended up getting sold off. And so in 2016, I went back off on my own and said, I'm just going to do it on my own, because I'm getting to the point in my career where employees are great. I had some great employees, loved them all, but having employees means you really got to step up a lot of the paperwork and payrolls and things like that, and you're really not doing a lot of the things you really like to do. So I found that a way to do it then is really to create this collaborative environment. So I'm a senior level guy, I guess you'd say, over 30 years of experience. And so part of what I've done is, I take up the motto, collaboration, not competition. So I go out there and I've found some other small companies, solopreneurs or one or two person shows that we can pool our resources and actually get some things done, divvy up the work, maybe go after some things we couldn't do on our own. And we all have our own strengths and weaknesses. We may be, technically a competitor, but like, for instance, there's this one guy I team up with in California. I'm in Tennessee. I do some work in California, but I can call him to have him go out and do some things out in California, and I don't have to hop on a plane and do that. He's really good at data analysis and can pick up on the trends, and a lot better than I am at that. And so it's a really nice cooperative relationship. We've been doing this for about 5 years now. Worked out quite well. And that's just one example of how to do that. Now, I am a service business. I'll admit that, but this technique of collaboration also works for retail businesses too, and we can share some techniques there as well. But I found, even going after different contracts and proposals, even as a small-time guy, I can build a team of other solopreneurs, and we've actually even, in some instances, teamed with the local university, some professors who do some consulting at the local university, and really tapped into some of that expertise to really give ourselves a solid, background. So I'll go in and I'll compete with somebody, like a big consulting firm, but they're putting these junior engineers and geologists on the job that have maybe fresh out of college and stuff. The people I'm bringing to the team have, 20, 30 years of experience, and it's just unparalleled what you can offer, even competing with these large national consulting firms. So, we can do the job, and that's where the power of collaboration really comes in, because you can go in and just do a much better job. The level of knowledge, just a company that's throwing some fresh out of college, young engineers on the job just can't offer that level of expertise that we can with our little team and all the experience we've had. So that's just one example.
Good. Now that's good, Tom, because I like what you said: collaboration, not competition. Although you're competitors, maybe competitors in the same space, right? Same industry. In order for each business person or each business to be successful, we still need each other.
We do. And, another way that works is, I may get too busy and I can't do something, but we still want to get the job done. So I'll bounce it over to, one of these people I work with on a collaborative basis, and they get some work out of it. They send me work back the other direction. And, and you never worry about, it's 100% balanced, because it comes back to you in the long run. I'm never worried about, dollar for dollar trading things out, because there's more than enough work to go around, and we share that, and ultimately, if you're making the client happy, then he's going to come back with more work for you too. So that works out that way.
That's good. So let's talk about because part of the topic is about collaboration and community. Is there community within your business, within your space? I know that you and I are in a community that Erica leads, but for your group and your expertise, is there a community within that?
Yes, there is actually, and the pool of hydrogeologists who are working on municipal well projects is, for cities and that type of thing is actually pretty small out there, and most of them have been around for a while. We know each other, and so. Yeah, and you just get out there and you share information, and most people are pretty good about sharing information back and forth and resources. So yeah, we all know each other. There's some industry events that you go to, and you always look forward to them because you can catch up with these people, and so yeah, there's a nice little community and of hydrogeologists and people in the water well business. And I kind of expand that to include water well drillers and some of the engineers and people in the vendors and stuff. We know each other, and tremendous amount of knowledge and knowledge base out there that you can tap into. And in a community like that, people are really willing to share, because sometimes, and you probably know this too, we run into things that stump us. And as good as we think we are, and as much experience as we have, we run into things that stump us. And having some people you can trust to turn to really ends up being you can work through those problems, and there's usually somebody out there that's solved that problem, and it's a matter of tracking them down, and the community can really help you do that.
So if you were to say, Tom, because the last 2 weeks we've been talking about under 30, we've been talking about community, the importance of community, what are some of the benefits of being in a community. If you were to say, what are your top 3 to 4 benefits of being a part of a community? What would you tell our viewers? Top 3 to 4 benefits of being part of a community.
The number one is backstopping yourself on your knowledge, and knowing, as a solopreneur, you can go, you got some resources that know their stuff that can work you through potential problems. 2 would be is if you run into challenges like I mentioned earlier, with really, maybe and this is a challenge with being a solopreneur. It's a good challenge, but sometimes you get too much work, and you don't want to put off those clients who might be good clients. So you can bring in other resources to bear from the community to help you out and take care of those things. And the other thing is just the confidence boosting you get from sharing information, and just attaboys go a long ways out there. let me put it that way, to boost your confidence, because we can, as solopreneurs, sit here in our office and kind of, pull our hair out sometimes. So having some people that will give you a pat on the back sometimes from your community can really be important, an important morale booster, and then you kind of pick up and move on, So those are probably the top 3, I would say, for me in my particular community.
So it is knowledge, encouragement, and what was the third one?
The third one was just having a pool of resources you can go to offload some of the work.
Okay, good. So the top 3, folks, for Tom is available resources, knowledge, shared knowledge, and just in terms of the attaboy or encouragement, keep going, Tom. You got this. That's fantastic. What are some of the things that you've seen in your experience with the communities that you're in? What are some of the things that you've seen? I know some can be free and some are paid. What's the difference? I know the difference of it is money, obviously. What is the main difference between the two?
It's interesting, and I'm kind of being a split personality here today, talking a little bit about my hydrogeological consulting business. And There, in general, there's not a lot of paid communities for that type of thing. So it's mainly, connecting with people. LinkedIn is a good place where people connect, and then some local, like the National Groundwater Association is for water well people, drillers, and geologists and engineers that are in the water industry. That's a great place. They have some forums and things on there that are kind of so-so, but their annual meeting that they have is just a great place to connect, and so there's a cost to that, obviously, but travel and a commitment of time, but for the most part, a lot of the cooperation you get is mainly free in that space. Now, we turn to something like, dealing with training for water utilities that I work with also. That ends up being, I don't know if you can really say training is the community, but if you're doing masterminds and some of those types of things, coaching, then that obviously is a paid opportunity, and I'm kind of moving into that space a little bit too, because obviously if you're providing some coaching and some handholding for people, then it's there's some you have to be compensated for that. But as far as my peers, really not too much where we really do any paid stuff other than the professional organizations we belong to. Now we get into the local businesses, and for instance, we're forming a local business alliance. We got a little directory, so there's some minimal cost to be involved in that and come to the training and just to kind of well, let me put it this way. People take it more seriously if they're paying for it. Mm-hmm. Sometimes free, unless you're professional, upper level professionals, people, if you're providing training for free and things like that, people don't take it as seriously as if they're paying for it. So even if they're paying something relatively minimal, then they're going to take it a little more seriously and pay attention. So that ends up kind of being a break point too. So like some of these small business trainings and things like that, they have to have some skin in the game. And I think that's important. Otherwise they sign up, they don't show up, and they, and they don't take it seriously. So I think just, putting in a little bit of money, it doesn't have to be lots and lots, but that for that community really, then they participate more and they get more out of it actually is part of that. So that's kind of my 2 cents on that.
Now that's good. That's good. And Erica, as you and I are part of her community, the Virtual Summiteers, we're talking about the benefits, and you said encouragement, right? Encouragement is one of them. And check this out now. Erica says, Thomas, you can have the first paid community for your group. There you go.
Maybe.
So that's an encouragement. Let's get to it, Thomas. For the groundwater folks, there we go. Tom is going to launch his community, paid community, which provides value.
Well, the problem with our community is a lot of us are really getting old and dying off. So, kind of a diminishing. We got to get the young guys.
Yep. So get them in the community so you can teach them what you know.
Exactly. You don't want that lost knowledge. Yeah. Knowledge retention. Yeah. It's a thing. Yeah.
Yes, sir. That's good. So we can talk more about that as we meet tomorrow. Tom, I know that you also have a YouTube channel.
Yes, sir.
Tell our viewers about that and what do you cover with that?
It's kind of what I call a niche end of things. It's the Groundwater Guy channel on YouTube, and it's really designed for people that are in the water utility business and hydrogeologists and engineers in the water business. And I got about, close to 140 videos up there. We cover, topics on water resource development and management and water utilities and things like that. So we really share a lot of knowledge there. So I guess in a way that's a community because, I solicit comments, I answer comments and so it is, it's a good way to share my knowledge and get that out there for people. And it's not got a huge subscriber base, but it is actually growing a lot faster now than it has been. So I'm optimistic we're going to keep growing that. It's never going to get to Mr. Beast territory with millions and millions of viewers, obviously because it's so niche, but there is valuable information that we put out there for people in the water business. So.
And Tom, when let me bring myself back on here. When is the show? Tell our viewers, when is the show? Is it live? Is it recorded? Are there videos? And what's the channel?
It is the Groundwater Guy YouTube channel. So you can just look it up that way. I go live. I do a live stream every Thursday at 11 a.m. Central. It usually runs, somewhere between, 40 to 50 minutes. And it's usually, I cover a lot of different ground, from geopolitics of water to water well design to utility management and capital improvement plans and asset management and things like that. So it is pretty niche, but we do live and I'll get people stopping in and we get comments and pretty much all the comments I get from people are, questions and a lot of positive comments. So I also go live on LinkedIn also. Although LinkedIn can be finicky when you're doing live, it seems like there's always problems with LinkedIn. YouTube tends to be a little more reliable, but all the past videos are there on the Groundwater Guy channel on YouTube.
Great, Tom. If anyone would like to get a hold of you, how do they contact you?
They can contact me. My website is www.sehydrogeology.com, or my email is tballard@sehydrogeology.com. So those are the best ways to get a hold of me. You can check out the website. There's a contact form there. Easiest way to do that. So that's where I am, and pretty much always available. So.
All right. No one comes into the 30 and leave without what we call rapid fire. Right?
Okay.
And our rapid fire segment, going to give you 4 or 5 questions, and we want you to quickly respond, Tom. Ready?
Sure. Fire away. Right.
What is your favorite food?
My favorite food is tacos.
So just not Taco Tuesday, but Taco Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Pretty much, yeah. Shrimp tacos to be more specific. But
okay. All right. Good. Favorite place to vacation, Tom?
I've been to Belize a couple times. Belize.
All right. Favorite type of music?
I have very eclectic music taste, but probably classic rock, I guess.
All right. Last book you've read, specifically leadership or within your space?
Donald Miller's book on coaching. So
okay.
I'm a big fan of Donald Miller. So
okay, I'm gonna have to check him out. Good. Any last words for our viewers, Tom?
Once again, I would for small businesses out there, I would reiterate the little motto there: collaboration, not competition. Small businesses can really compete with larger businesses if we think outside the box a little bit and collaborate rather than compete, and pool our resources, and we can find our correct niches, and we can do that.
Awesome. Tom, thank you so very much for coming into the 30. I greatly appreciate it. I love your nuggets. I love the one, especially this one that you just said, collaboration, not competition. So thank you so much. Much success to the Groundwater Guy, and make sure that you go see his channel on YouTube. Check it out. Tom has a wealth of knowledge, not just in the groundwater, but also in business. So, Tom, thank you so very much. I greatly appreciate it.
Patrick, thank you so much for having me. I enjoyed it.
Awesome. Great. So, folks, I want to thank you for being here. I've been talking to Tom Ballard, and he is the Groundwater Guy. Make sure that you go check out his YouTube channel. I want to thank you, the viewer, for being here. I want to thank you for always showing up to the 30. We are here each week, and we provide valuable information, as I said, to help you to enhance your personal, your professional, and your spiritual lives. We will continue talking about collaboration and community. We have a big announcement that will be coming. I'll announce that on I think it's next week. But if we're going to be talking about community, specifically community. We have an announcement. If you are not part of our community, if you're not part of our mailing list, because that's how we announce things first, I encourage you to join us. And I'm going to put this up here. You can join our list, our email list, join our community, but we have a special community that we're going to be talking about coming up here on next week that we'll make this announcement. But we'll make it first to our basically our two communities and to our mailing list, and then we'll make the announcement on next week as we move forward. Folks, I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for another episode. I want to thank you for your continued support. And as we leave, may God continue to bless you and keep you. May he keep you and your family safe. We will see you on next week. Peace now.